We're back on the Passenger Technology Solutions show floor. I'm here at FETHR with Doug. Doug, thank you very much for welcoming us to your booth here. Tell me what FETHR does.
FETHR is a data-driven company for the aviation business, and our mission is to turn raw data into profits. So we're helping airlines doing that through some of our partners. Panasonic is being one of them. Gate Group Gourmet is another one, and also we do consultancy for airlines as well.
So turning data into profits, I'm pretty sure a lot of airlines could get on board with that. What kind of data are you leveraging then in order to hopefully get some efficiencies or get some benefits elsewhere?
So one of the data that's readily available out there is social media data. I think in the last 2 years, there's 800 million conversation about the travel industry itself. And so what we do is we take that data and we create insights around the data. And so we help the airline figure out what passengers are saying, what they like, what they don't like. So then they can make decisions based on those. So, yeah.
So talk me through a case study then of a conversation that you were able to see, the kind of conversation you were able to see, and then how that then can be turned, if possible, into some efficiencies or into some profit, turning a bad news story into a good news story, that sort of thing.
So out of like 800 million or so, let's say IFE as an example, I think there's roughly 32 million conversation around IFE. So they'll tell the airlines what passengers like about IFE. So what movie they like, why they don't like the IFE, what are the reasons, is it a good experience or not. So we take the raw data, we aggregate them until we categorize them into good data, good feedback, and negative feedback. So one of the negative feedback on IFE would be, oh, the IFE doesn't work. And that's an obvious one. Or the IFE experience is very inconsistent, or the food, or could be another topic, could be food related. So the food is not very good, the airline's not very good, or it's very good. So depend on that, the airline can make decisions to make better decisions for their passenger, either to make money, to increase customer satisfaction, or to decrease cost. And a decreased cost, an example would be, for example, something close to 50% of the food, perishable food, are being wasted because you don't stock the right amount of food or the right type of food. And so through social media and aggregation of the data, we're able to predict some of that. So what we do is we're able to predict trends as opposed to surveys, which is based on people telling you what's done in the past. So whereas survey is very past tense, social prediction is very future tense. So that's one of the key characteristics of social predictions.
Yes, social analytics, predictive analytics based on social media. I mean, in a way, I'm sure many of the airlines, while undoubtedly so many of these conversations do take place on public forums, Twitter, Facebook, wherever, I'm sure many airlines would prefer that those conversations were had directly with the airlines. You know, airlines are looking to increase engagement with customers, so that feedback comes directly to them.
Yes. So unlike, so the airline will want to do through that survey, they spend a lot of money try to get the NPS score, Net Promoter Score, to see what make the passenger tick or not. But again, those are based very much on surveys, which could be biased. Yes. And also depends on the question you ask. Maybe you are kind of biased the question already. And so surveys are very much as a claim behavior as opposed to actual behaviors. So that's one of the value we add into for the airlines. And it doesn't mean that survey goes away. I think it has a purpose. But also social media, actually, it's unfiltered. And our job at FETHR is you take the raw data, you gotta do some analytics around it. So you remove all the noise. So like you gotta remove all the bots, the advertisement, and all these things. Then you use a natural language algorithm and all these things and you group the passenger together. And then you see very clear trends. And then so it depends on what the airlines are looking for. Yes. We can provide them with the right informations, help them with what type of data they're looking for, what the results. And then we work with them to figure out using social media data to predict what their passenger want in the future.
Really interesting stuff, Doug. Thank you so much for telling us what you're up to there at FETHR, and I wish you all the very best of luck in helping many more viewers of this show, hoping to save some money through your social listening insights. Thank you very much, Doug.
Thank you.